Yo come expliquer.
Understanding first aid is a vital life skill. If only many more people knew even the basics. So, what is it that really saves lives? It is you that will save a life. Using whatever resources are at hand, your first aid knowledge and a large dose of practical common sense. In fact, first aid is largely about common sense, putting pressure on a nasty wound to stop it bleeding, making sure casualties' airway is clear, keeping them warm and so forth. What would you do if you find yourself faced with a situation where you have to administer first aid to someone in need? Would you be able to do it? Would you be confident enough? Do you know first aid? Remember that most accidents take place in our homes, where we like to think we are safest. Think of it this way. Being able to assist a person who is sick or injured is already in itself the best gift you can give to a fellow human being. Such assistance can sometimes make the difference between life and death, or between a full or partial recovery. The main aims of first aid are to preserve life, to protect the casualty from further harm, to relieve pain, and to promote recovery. Countless deaths have occurred while bystanders or relatives have stood by, not knowing what to do or how to react. Injured people have suffered permanent injuries due to being mishandled by well-intentioned helpers without knowledge of first aid. First aid is a proven, cost-effective, safe and simple way to save lives in an emergency. Millions of people are hurt or killed from injuries or ill health every year. In Seychelles, as well as in other parts of the world, day-to-day health problems, accidents or natural disasters occur all the time. Whether it is managing outbreaks of major diseases, disasters, to providing assistance to heart attack or accident victims, first aid provides that initial rapid response to protect people and minimize the impact of a health emergency. What is a first aider? A first aider is usually described as an individual who has attended and passed an examination in first aid. First aiders should be confident when working with casualties and make them feel calm and secure. Through their commitment, their selflessness and willingness to expose themselves to possible physical and psychological harm, first aiders demonstrate their humanity in the fullest sense of the term. Once you are Red Cross or Red Crescent first aider, it is not enough to be experienced in life-saving and health protection measures. You must also help at all times to ensure that the whole population understands and supports the right of people to be protected and to receive care, and the need to respect the distinctive emblems of the Red Cross so that humanitarian aid is delivered more efficiently for the benefit of all. The Red Cross Society of Seychelles is the main humanitarian organization in the country. It works in conformity with the fundamental principles of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement in various humanitarian activities. Since 1989, first aid activities have been at the heart of the National Society's activities. Over the past years, the Red Cross Society of Seychelles has trained over 500 first aiders. Over 100 of our own volunteers are qualified first aiders. They are visible and active, providing first aid services at most public events throughout the year. The RCSS competency-based first aid program consists of different first aid courses aimed at teaching individuals on how to apply various first aid techniques in emergency situations and ability to respond promptly and appropriately to a range of situations and incidents in order to preserve life and protect casualties until specialist aid is available. Assessment of participants forms an integral part of the training program and is highly required before certification. Simulation exercises are recommended with this training program, where an independent assessor can observe the activity. The program covers a number of first aid courses: Save a Life Certificate, Emergency Life Support, Basic First Aid Certificate, Practical First Aid Certificate, First Aid at Work Certificate, Standard First Aid Certificate. Our community-based first aid strives to increase the community's capacity to save lives and prevent physical disabilities, to alleviate suffering in responding to daily emergencies or those after disasters when health officials are not present. Our motto, a first aid in every home, is to convince you to have at least one trained first aider in your home. Community-based first aid encourages you to have a better healthcare and healthier lifestyle. It focuses on everyday situations and injuries around the home in communities such as burns, poisoning, wounds, fractures amongst others, and involving family members or children. The Red Cross Society of Seychelles provides this service to people from 16 years and over with a minimum of 10 participants per course. The community-based first aid course is designed for 8 hours. The community-based first aid course is for you and it is free of charge. This service is available for any organizers of big events where there is a mass gathering of people such as sports events, national celebrations, religious events, picnics, etc. Depending on the event and the number of people expecting to attend, Red Cross volunteers are mobilized as first aiders. They are well prepared to assist with any casualties if and when the need arises. Our ambulance is also provided to transport any casualty to the hospital. Paramedics are present when the ambulance is on standby. Our ambulance is equipped with the necessary facilities to respond to emergency situations. The significance of what first aid can do is universal. They help to change everyday actions of human beings, creating bonds that triumph over differences, prejudice, and intolerance. Knowing first aid is building bridges for those in need. It is like giving them renewed hope. And as a first aider, you leave your mark of humanity on the lives of the sick and wounded, but also, in a certain way, on ours.